Welcome to another episode of Jurassic World Evolutions. So, basically, I don't know if it's where we left off, but it's close enough. I am en route to cure one of my dinosaurs from a disease. And you can either drive the Jeep and try and shoot it to cure it, or you can let them cure it. I'm letting them cure it. It's easier. I do play where I try to do stuff myself once in a while. So what's going on here right now is I'm a little bit out of money, or running low on money, and I gotta get my income somewhat going. So I have a fast food restaurant, which I'm going to raise the prices up on the Dino Feast. Hopefully that will help. And here my stuff's coming back from the expedition. So we're going to send them out to do that expedition. So now I'm going to check the fossil center. And I'm going to sell the stuff I don't need to generate some money and try and keep the ones I do need. Which is the 3 to 4 star fossils for the DNA. So once you keep the 3 to 4 star fossils, you are still good to go. And it's not easy maintaining this park. Oh wow. You run into money issues, you run into different scenarios. Luckily, this is just the training park, as they call it, so it's not too bad. Wait till you go to the next island, I should say. That one's a doozy. So here I can check to see what's going on with my dinosaur, which everything looks pretty good. And I like the color schemes of the dinosaurs. So, right now I'm just generating money. I know this takes a long time to do, long time to process. As you can see, one of my sites already depleted, meaning I can't get any more from that area. So I'm deciding what's my next move going to be, and sure enough, I decide I'm going to
The numbers are looking great.
scan the DNA out of those fossils. Because you need more money than usual to build, apparently. So I'm going to keep sending these expeditions out, but I'm looking for the cheapest ones first. Now I can build up my economy before I go to the expensive ones. And then if you do the expensive ones, you want to do ones that have more than one genome or dinosaur listed. So right now we're unlocking 5 dinosaurs very slowly. And you can see the dinosaur I'm on, it says it's too expensive because my money's not there. And the other thing is I want to do my contracts. Can't do my contracts if I don't have the money. So you need money to do contracts, but you also get money from contracts to do more contracts. It's a spinning cycle at this point. So here I'm just waiting for the expedition to come back and trying to determine what more can I do. So I increased the night vision goggles to $10 more than normal, hoping that would get me some revenue going. The dinosaurs pretty much take care of themselves unless they need something. So all you're doing is just overseeing a park. I'm going to try and edit my videos a little bit better. This one is just not edited. And the reason for it, I just want to show that you do have to have patience with the game. You have to wait sometimes to get what you're looking for. So here I sell that fossil or DNA, and the other one I'm keeping because the other one's pretty good. So I'm waiting revenue for my park. I'm waiting revenue. Getting revenue from the fossils. And other ways to get revenue is release assets into the park. And here is the cosmetic gene splicing, I like to call it. Which you want to get their lifespan to be healthy. You want a bigger lifespan for them. So I'm going to try and incubate a dinosaur that has a better lifespan. Because dinosaurs could just die of natural causes because the lifespan's low. By having a full genome with better lifespan, it lives longer. Some of the mixture of the genome is for attack, defense, which I don't know why I would want to do that to the dinosaur, upgrade its attack, especially if it's an exhibit, but it's there. they do say you have to put two dinosaurs against each other eventually, and I think that's where the fighting stuff comes in. So that's interesting to keep in mind. So I got very little dinosaurs right now. And I like being on this island so far, seeing that's my startup island. As you can see, I have a little fenced out area next to the other area, which does get expanded later. So my dinosaur is ready for a release. So we're going to go release him. I'm not good with dinosaur names. That's why I'm not going to say them at this point, unless I recognize the dinosaur and know that dinosaur's name. Which I only know the basic dinosaurs like Triceratops,
this dinosaur, the
Pachyosaurus,
was originally uncovered at a site.
T-Rex.
I'll let you guess where.
You know, just the basic ones that are easy to pronounce. Like the pterodactyl. Which I don't know which dinosaurs are in this game. There's a lot to unlock. But the only way to unlock the rest of the dinosaurs is you gotta go to the different islands. To unlock most of the new stuff, you have to go to different islands. It's like they give you a base set to play with. Once you reach a certain amount of stars, you go to the next island, and then it says, okay, here's a new scenario. This is what you have to do to try and get it off the ground. But we're going to let you research new stuff. And it's the new stuff you want to research because it helps better your park. So these are the different genes I can get for my dinosaur. That's the Alpine gene, which is a color cosmetic, so I decided I'm going to get that one for now. And start researching some of the stuff while I'm waiting to try to fulfill some of these contracts. I just keep filling the pen with more dinosaurs, more dinosaurs, it seems. I don't know if they're territorial in this game, but I find it interesting you can have different species in the same fenced area, because if you remember the first Jurassic Park movie and so on and so forth, well, after all the movies I should say, they had their separate pens, separate areas. Like in one area you have T-Rex, and in that area you have Velociraptors, and they were like separated. Even though they were both carnivores, they were separated. Here, they encourage you to put all your dinosaurs that are herbivores in one area, all your dinosaurs that are carnivores in one area, but not separated. Will that change when I get to a different island? That's what I'm wondering. I am not entirely sure where this game's going to go, or to take me at this point. It just leaves me so many questions, this game. Even though I'm actually enjoying it. See, I don't have to worry about breakouts and eating people yet, because I'm just working with the herbivores. Till they tell me to bring in a carnivore, and it's a whole new ball game. Plus, you can get research upgrades for your facilities, which we'll get to, I'm hoping, in the next episode. After I go through the footage and edit the footage, shorten it as best as possible, because right now, as you can tell, it's just a waiting game because I'm waiting for the money to go up just to do my contracts here. So while I'm waiting to get the money to go up, do some contracts, I'm also trying to research some of this stuff. Like the clothing shop can be researched. But this stuff right here, the building upgrades, are very important. They play an important role, it seems, in the game. So you want to spend your money wisely, it seems. Inventory space, I think it only adds like one space or something like that, and it's good to have just in case you want to accumulate a lot of certain fossils and hold on to them till you're ready to use them. But because you need to scan them anyway, it's just easier to scan them, so inventory slots is an interesting theory. I don't know if that's going to help me or not. So we're going to sell off the number 2 fossil and keep the number 3 fossil. Or they call it DNA. And I'm trying to decide which dig site I want to go to. Because sometimes they tell you, oh, you need a particular dinosaur. And you got a choice. You can try and get it from a dig site that has multiple dinosaurs DNA, or you can go to a site that just has that dinosaur DNA and have better luck that way. And so far, even though I'm playing the game, you guys not saying where I'm actually up to in the game. I've been having a blast with the game. But we're not, I unlocked some other stuff down the road, which I'll be putting up videos about. Which I didn't know about some things, and I was shocked that they did it that way. But still, it's a fun game. And if you guys want to name any of the, like, give the dinosaurs names, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to name the dinosaurs and put it in a video. I mean, that was the whole idea of getting this game, is so you guys can name the dinosaurs. I mean, I've seen some people just give nicknames to different dinosaurs. But the sad part about that is you go attachment to the nickname, and I think that's what they want you to do. And then when the dinosaur passes away, it's like you feel sorry for nicknaming that dinosaur. Which is an interesting way of going about it. So this game does have an emotional attachment to it. So I'm selling off more fossils. Trying to get my income up. It is hard to get the income where you want it. Especially when you start out. You start out with great income, you start building up. And then all your money just disappears. And now it's like, oh, we gotta build up this income we just spent. And how are we going to get more income? And it takes time to build up income in this game. I mean, I already had to restart the second island over because I spent all my money, but I depleted it. It went into the negative. And I said, what did I do wrong? So I started playing it a little bit differently. It makes you think. It's like, how can I go back and change what I did wrong? Or how can I fix this? Or how do I go and help out my dinosaurs? And there's just a lot to do in this game, and it just takes time to unlock it. I know people are playing it and going further ahead. I mean, I think someone's on like the 4th island already, from what I heard. I'm just taking my time upgrading stuff and trying to complete contracts and stuff. But what's nice is you can go back to your old island and add the new stuff to the old island, make the old island better. But trying to maintain all the islands is not going to be easy. Because one of the things I thought, which I learned my lesson, on the second island, because I screwed up with the money part, I went back to the first island because I thought, oh man, if I go back to the first island and leave the second island alone, the money might accumulate on the second island and I might have enough to go back to buying stuff. Nope, don't work that way. Which in real life it probably could work that way, but in the game it doesn't work that way. in the game, you literally have to stay on the island you're working on to try and accumulate that money. So, yeah, that's one thing I didn't quite understand, but I can understand to try and make the difficulty level a little bit harder. And then I read somewhere a person wants to know why the money don't transfer with you to the next island. And I think the reason for that is they want you to do the scenario and accumulate more money. It's all about accumulating money in the game. I know I'm talking about one subject here. But what's nice about the researching the upgrades, they do help out. But you have to put them into the little modification slots in each building. And even though you're researching it and it costs money, putting the modification into the building, it costs more money. So you spent the 100,000 to research it, and it costs you another 60,000 to put the mod onto your building. So it costs you 160,000 time you get done just to have that mod or that upgrade. So yeah, money is a key importance in this game, and I'm learning that. I haven't figured out if there's anything else to really keynote on in the game, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be other things eventually. So here I'm making another dinosaur because one of my contracts says you have to get your rating up a certain level, and it goes by how many dinosaurs. So I'm trying to get my rating up. Now I got amber there. The amber I definitely want to keep, because that gives a lot of DNA. So far I'm having fun with it. I'm also watching other people play it. Everybody's having different problems than I'm having. I think it's interesting because everyone's got a different scenario going on. So you can watch everybody's video, and everybody's video is going to be different. And that's what makes this game great, because not everybody's going to have the same gameplay. But the object of the game is to, I guess, unlock all the dinosaurs and unlock everything that's unlockable in a sense, and that's what it is. And make the best theme park you can out of dinosaurs. But if I could, I would spend hours and hours on this. I mean, that one night, because I didn't put my YouTube video up when I was supposed to, and that one night I stayed up till like 5 in the morning playing this game. It was fun, but I wound up sleeping around the rest of the day, the next day. So I learned my lesson not to play this at night. But I played for a good 5 hours, believe it or not. So I will see you guys next time on another episode of Jurassic World's Evolution. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, even though it wasn't edited. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you have name any dinosaurs you want me to name, leave those down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time.